Kid, awesome to have you on the Will Cain Show.
Thank you, Will. Love your show.
A little bit of a cigar first thing in the morning. We were just talking about nicotine's the hardest habit to quit.
100%. But it's the most enjoyable.
I'd be pretending if I hadn't started my day with a little bit of coffee and nicotine.
I started with a lot of coffee and nicotine. About 4 a.m. getting after it.
You just said this to me. You said, I haven't done this in a long time, all this media and these interviews on the day of a show. You're playing tonight, and I was thinking about that. This is a long day for you. You remind me in that way, and I'm not giving you this, like, gratuitous compliment, of the president. What percentage of time when you dial his number does he pick up?
50%.
No matter the hour?
No. I know the best hours to get him at, which is really early. And then, kind of dinner time, late weekends when he's golfing or something. I try not to bother him too much unless I have something really poignant, like my ticketing thing I'm trying to get done or whatever. But I don't wear him out. So when I call him, it's just fun calls. Like, I'm his buddy. Like, I'm not one of these people like, hey, so-and-so wants you to do, which I feel like I work for the government now. Every day, it's somebody sending me something. Can you give me a pardon? Can, this happened to me. Can you tell the president? I'm like, no, I'm his buddy. Like, I'm trying to get my ticketing thing done. And I've been by his side since day one, so I'm not putting anybody's agenda above mine. So if you're listening, just know that up front.
You said that you and the president have a lot in common. Mm-hmm. We just mentioned the sleep. What else do you have in common?
Work ethic, our love for America, love for family and friends, loyalty, fun. That dude is the funniest guy, I've ever met. People are like, what's it like to golf like? I'm like, greatest golf partner ever. Just out there, you're so relaxed, feeling fun, even enamored with the presidency. That takes a little time to kind of. But I mean, I tell my friends when they come to have breakfast with us or something, I'm like, in a minute and a half, you'll feel like this is one of our old buddies we're just hanging out talking with. And I know all the presidents, and I've been, blessed enough to be around them and spend time. They're all very charismatic. You have to be on a level, but he's on another level, man. He's just so down to earth, so cool. I mean, unpretentious. I mean, I'm out there golfing in a wife beater because I wanted to get some sun. He's like, whatever you want. Like, my dad, first time we golfed, he's like, don't smoke and drink beer around the president. I'm like the third hole, I'm like, mind if I have a cigar in his fridge? He's like, no, do whatever you want. And I'm like, he's like, you want a Hershey's bar? You want a Fanta? And I'm like, do you mind if I get a beer? He's like, no, drink your beer. I'm like, yes.
So did the over-under hit for you when you took Bill Maher to the White House?
Over. I mean, it was, me and Dana just sat back and enjoyed the show. We had a front row seat to what potentially could have been the biggest poop show on earth. And
you can
the president,
you can talk like you want to talk.
Okay.
This is the Will Cain Show.
The biggest show on earth. We had a front row seat, and it was just so. It was, the president, first off, was not too happy with me about lining this up. He agreed to it. He kind of forgot that he agreed to it. And he called me a few times with concerns. And then I talked to Bill. And I was like, look, Bill's, he's not. I was worried, too. Like, is Hollywood going to try to use this to get thrown out of the White House and get ratings up? And Bill goes, Bob, I'm not going to go in there and sabotage something that could potentially bring this country closer together. I'm like, Mr. President, he gets it. He's not going to agree with the politics. Just know that going in, of course. He's not going to put on a MAGA hat and, dance around for a picture with us. But then we're in the Oval Office. This was funny. I think it's okay to share this. I don't like to speak out of school when it's not appropriate, but they're like, pull Bob up a chair. Supposedly he goes, what the hell are we doing tonight? And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, dinner's going to be fine. He's going to throw us under the bus. You don't need this. I don't need this. He goes, I just found out about this from Melania. And I'm like, sir, I know you have a lot on your plate, and I get it. I was like, two questions. Number one, do you think that I would line up a dinner with one of your harshest critics without getting your approval? And number two, do I have the power to do that? Can I just line up these dinners and you show up at the White House?
Without your approval or your notice ahead of time?
Yeah. That's kind of funny.
You have a lot of relationships. Bill Maher is one of them. And by the way, I pride myself on this, Bob. I have friends that don't agree with me. It doesn't preclude us from being friends. But in your business, it does for them often. Did a lot of people say, no more friendship with Kid Rock?
Yeah, well, number one, I don't give a
I knew you were going to say that.
But number two, it's like, when you find yourself in hard times, difficult times, you find out who your friends are. Yeah. Man, it just weeds out the bad hombres, so to speak. It's like, When you go to Kid Rock's Honky Tonk, you kind of know the clientele that's going to be there. When you go to my new restaurant in Nashville, you kind of know the starting point. I kind of look at it as like it's a great singles hookup spot. You know what I mean? Because you're kind of going into it halfway, knowing a little bit more what somebody's kind of values are and where their mindset is about things. And there's a good chance that people are going to be patriots, you know, love their country and hardworking folks. And so I'd actually look at it as a blessing. You know, there's so many artists who are so scared. They tap dance around these issues. They're scared to say how they feel. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'll give Taylor Swift credit for at least standing up for what she believes in. I think it's garbage. I don't believe in any of it. I think she's ill-informed. She probably ought to listen to her dad a little bit more. But, you know, at the same time, she's got the balls to stand up for what she believes in, and I don't hate her for that. I don't agree with her wanting to be, you know, I think a lot of her politics lie on wanting to be Hollywood's darling. I think that's a lot of celebrities.
All right, last thing. You're well beyond this now. We were just talking in terms that you are now an owner. You're an entertainer, but that's only a partial description. I mean, you're part of this whole thing. You've really crossed over. You're an entrepreneur.
That sounds funny. Entrepreneur, Kid Rock. That's going to be a tough sell.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. It's part of what you've been from the beginning, a rebel and a visionary. Your music is unique, and now your business is unique.
Yeah, one of the best compliments I ever had was somebody said that I'm disobedient but decent. And I like that. I like that. And yeah, I mean, I've been very fortunate. You know, my father was a very smart businessman. Although all the advice he'd given me through the years was I went against and it worked out pretty well. But I still have some gene in me or something that, you know, is giving me that ethic of hard work and you know, trying to be intelligent about things I'm going to talk about or changes I'm going to make, like in ticketing or starting a business or being a partner in a business. So, you know, I like to be on time. I think that's our biggest commodity. Start there. I'm a great guest. I take my plate to the sink and make my bed, so I get invited back. And when I'm a partner in a business or something, I work my off and give it 1,000%.
And you'll see it here at the Rock and Rodeo. Thank you, man, so much.
Thank you, Will. Love your show.
Thanks for so much time. Thank you, man. You know, in my line of work, I've had the opportunity to interact with quite a few people who are real stars, not just somebody who's on television every day like myself, but real mega stars. And what I would tell you is authenticity and being a real human being is sometimes a rarity when you're in front of stars. And I've met 3 individuals whose authenticity is obvious. One of them is Kid Rock. He's a real person, and he's authentically genuine and nice. The other is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but perhaps, and this is newsworthy. Hey, it's Will Cain. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.